Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right. So I hope you have made your selection. We will go ahead and begin with deck number 1. We have the Devil, the Tower, Queen of Pentacles, Death. We have the Seven of Cups. Overall energy, we've got the Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Two of Wands. Okay. So the overall energies, okay, I feel like someone is getting ready to deal with temptation. It's possible that either someone is trying to seduce you or you are trying to seduce someone. There's strong earth energy coming through your reading, but you also could be dealing with an air sign, water sign, or, you know, the other, I was getting ready to say the other earth signs, but I forgot. I thought I said Capricorn, but yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but you have like strong earth energies coming through. All right, so yeah, something's going on though where I feel like something is also, I feel like maybe someone's getting ready to come into your life and cause some sort of extreme change. I started to say catastrophic, but I'm not trying to scare y'all. But it does seem like there's some pretty intense energy coming through here. I feel like someone's getting ready to be a catalyst. It also could be that you are the catalyst for someone. Definitely looks like someone is being baited, like someone is really attracted to something very physical or even material things. You may feel really obsessive this week. You might be obsessing over a person. You might be obsessing over money. You could also just be overindulging in spending or eating, smoking, if that's a habit. I just kind of feel like you're dealing with different type of vices. In love, it definitely looks like there is someone who is like, they have romantic feelings, but it does seem like this person becomes consumed in lust and physical desires. And I'm seeing a lot of explosive energy. So that can go in many ways, but I am getting like orgasmic. If you're with someone, it's very possible that the chemistry is just kind of like insane. If you are alone, it seems like similar, like there's a lot of self-pleasuring going on. I feel like something may be going on with both your crown chakra and your root chakra. Matter of fact, that's funny because that an awakening does kind of take place like that. It's making me think of like the coiled snake and how it rises up through the spine. And I just kind of feel like you're having that experience where all the chakras, like it starts with the root chakra and then quickly explodes to the top. So I don't know, maybe that is something that needs to happen. It definitely seems like someone is activating some sort of energy within you. Or like I said, maybe you're the one doing this for somebody. Maybe you're the one that is coming into someone's life and just like activating something within them and making them have like some sort of realization. Definitely seems again like this is about some sort of changes or endings, and it seems like it may be very abrupt or quick, unexpected. Something just suddenly ends. So I feel like there's something getting ready to happen that's going to transform your life, drastically. Now, this also could be something like, I've seen this energy too, where if something's going on where you end up changing like your name, like you drop your name, like that's a major change. If you have any type of surgery and they have to remove something from you, that's like a drastic change. Something that was a part of you is like gone. So yeah, it could be just about anything. It could be dental work. Maybe you have to have a crown. You could also end up suddenly leaving your job. Seems like it's possible you would get fired though. I mean, it could be you still like abruptly quitting. Maybe you feel like it's time for you to start your own business or just to find something else. Maybe you're tired of feeling trapped or stuck. If it feels like you're in a situation where you're just trapped or stuck, I feel like you're gonna like explode. You're like snapping. You're like, I can't do this anymore. Now, I also feel that this is about things that are out of your control. Things happening that, you know, is you have no control over it. Maybe you want to, but it's like you can't stop something from happening. You know, that terrible feeling when you like trip and fall. You could feel yourself about to trip and fall or slip down the stairs and you're like, you want to catch yourself, but it's like it's too late. And so there's something going on that's like that. It might literally be like a trip and fall. But it's something that just starts happening and it's just, you can't stop it. It's got a life of its own. Unfortunately, yeah, those of you that are trying to avoid, having feelings or falling in love, it's like it's too late. Something just takes on a life of its own and you're like, I've lost control. So something just seems like it starts to just take over. I will say be cautious about, your health. I mean, it is possible that something could, come into your life. It could be like an illness could consume you. Of course, with that, you don't really have any control, but either way, try to take care of yourself if you can, if this is having to do with any type of health issues. Like I said, you might try to do everything that you can to create some sort of protective barrier or set some sort of boundaries. But it's something that is basically destined to happen. I feel like outside forces are like just kind of stepping in now. Especially too, if there are some things that have been going on in your life where you've been procrastinating. If you've been procrastinating on anything or trying to avoid any type of situations, it's kind of like it's catching up to you. And it's like there's non-escape, I kind of feel like you're going to be pushed to do whatever you've been putting off or pushed to confront whatever you've been trying to avoid. You're also getting strong Scorpion energies. I kind of feel like something's going on where you become very intrigued by something. And it's like you just start going down further and further into some sort of rabbit hole. Maybe there's some sort of information that's revealed to you. You read something, you're like, what? I had no idea about this. And you just start digging and digging and digging. And then you can't stop. You're like, well, how did I get here? I mean, it could be something as playful as you staying on TikTok too long and then just being like, oh my God, like, how did I end up over here? So, but whatever the case, I feel like you are engrossed into something intensely and it's like you can't stop it. And then not to mention with the Scorpion energies, like falling deep into the abyss of something. It's like something gets like very, very deep and you're like just falling and falling. You're like, oh my God. You also might be having some trippy type dreams, unusual scenes or sights that you're seeing. It could be paranormal activities. It's possible. Also looks like a secret's gonna come out. Like, I can kind of hear like this masculine voice saying, look what you started. Of course, it's not your fault. You know how guys be saying stuff like that. But I kind of feel like something like that's going to happen, especially more so in a sexual or romantic type way. It's just a mixture of both. See, I feel like someone opens Pandora's box. It's like, why did you do that? How are you going to close it? How can you close Pandora's box? And it's like, even if you try to walk away from something, it's like you can't unsee it. You can't stop thinking about it. I feel like you are going to end up feeling very confused. Yeah, you guys are, I feel like, in for some sort of ride. Now, seems to like maybe there's something significant about a storm. I don't know if that is like to give you some sort of timestamp of some sort of event in your life. May have something to do around a literal storm. I also feel like you might discover some sort of passion that you have. Oh my God, I forgot to start the timer. I gotta start it. I don't know how long I've been talking, but I could go on forever, so I have to have the timer on. All right, but yeah, I don't know what's going on where maybe it seems like you've discovered that you have some sort of passion or a gift, and I feel like you just get lost. You get lost in it. I will say try to hold off on making any type of important decisions this week because you might end up making an emotional decision. And maybe you're not thinking clearly and your emotions could definitely be clouding your judgment. Some of you might be aware that your judgment is clouded, but you don't care. You're like, I don't give a, I don't care. So something's going on where, there is a lot of, I feel like pleasure. It could be guilty pleasure. I feel like you're enjoying yourself though. You also may be playing the role of a villain. I don't know why I'm getting like maybe you starting some shit and you just like I don't care, like it's fun. So something's going on where maybe you feel like you feel like you want to embrace your dark side, and it's definitely like goth type energies coming out. Maybe you do realize that you like a little bit of dark and you're like, I like the darkness. I'm going to embrace my dark side. So something could be going on where you're embracing that. If this is not you, it could be somebody around you that is just like kind of into their darkness. But either way, I do feel like something is meant to transform you. Something's happening because you're meant to be transformed by it. Even if this is someone else's experience, I feel like it's going to affect you in some way, shape, or form. Now, this devil energy is also coming off a little dominating as well. Like someone who is strategizing and plotting something diabolical. I don't know why I'm hearing like that laugh, that creepy laugh that somebody might have that just sounds like they're up to something no good. If you are not the one plotting and planning something, then someone around you is. Somebody may be a wolf in sheep's clothing. They appear to be innocent and sweet, and they're really a bad girl or bad boy. Yeah, someone is also just like obsessed from a distance and watching. Someone also might be following you from a secret profile or whatever if you have social media. If not, it still indicates that I feel like someone's watching you from afar. Could be your neighbor, could be someplace that you pass by frequently. Definitely could be a work situation though. As far as illness, I kind of feel like maybe someone is dealing with some sort of depression. Something looks like if you are taking too long to make some sort of decision, again, outside forces, the universe is going to intervene and make that decision for you. There's also a possibility that someone is going to be blamed for a breakup or separation, especially if you're Libra, or you might blame a Libra for something falling apart. But I feel like someone's going to be accused of being like a home wrecker. To me, this is also looking like a broken contract or a broken agreement. So again, work related, either getting fired or quitting abruptly. Someone could break their lease and get kicked out. If someone gets caught with a big dog or any pet where they're not supposed to have pets, but especially like a big dog. It's like, it couldn't even be a little dog. It's like somebody got a huge dog and it's just like, I already don't, allow pets, and you got a big dog up in here. Like, you broke your lease, get out. So something could be like an instant fail, instant something. Speaking of fail, somebody might decide to drop out of school. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't agree to this anymore. I'm done. Could be a relationship, especially. Now, going back to that, what I was saying about somebody being a catalyst is maybe you are someone's catalyst to give them a wake-up call, make them realize that they're in some sort of a dead-end relationship. Maybe, someone knew that they were in a dead-end relationship but had been procrastinating or was codependent on the person, and then all of a sudden you come into their life and they're like, I got to get out of this relationship. What have I been doing? I've been asleep for 10 years. Like, somebody just like wakes up instantly and leaves, walks out. It's over just like that. And if you look at it from some sort of astrological perspective, it very well just could have been that your Uranus was conjunct that person's Mars or their Venus, or something that caused some sort of sudden, abrupt awakening or separation. Anything that maybe you were holding on to out of obligation, I feel like you don't have to do that anymore. Now, in this situation, it looks like it's the same energies: earth, water, and air. So it seems like those three elements are involved. And it could go any way, but it looks like maybe an earth sign was holding on to a water sign out of obligation. And then all of a sudden, here comes the air sign. And they're like, what am I doing? I'm gone. So it just seems like anybody that was holding on to someone out of obligation might suddenly just like leave or let it go. From a healing perspective, it may be someone's job, or someone could be viewed as the Grim Reaper or Anubis. Someone who comes to transform, or someone who comes to take life. I've spoken about this before, but death doula is like a holistic occupation, helping people transition. Maybe someone also could work in a hospice. But maybe this is, you know, just like someone's, this is what they do. They bring death and transformation wherever they go. A female might be viewed as a black widow. Maybe somehow she comes into guys' lives, and not saying that they literally drop dead, but you know, she transforms them. Something also could be going on where you attract people who are broken. I know you don't like it. I know we as healers is frustrating, but yeah, it definitely could be that you are attracting someone who's broken and you're going to transform them. Okay, I heard saying that transform several times. I started seeing a makeup artist. So you could be hired as a makeup artist, or maybe you are selling yourself as an independent contractor as a makeup artist. And not just like, you know, glamour makeup, but like the Hollywood makeup and stuff where you make people look like they're dead or old or whatever. If you have roommates, I feel like one of your roommates are about to leave or you're about to kick them out. If they didn't tell you they planned on leaving, they might drop a bomb on you. Like, sorry, I'm moving in with my boyfriend, or I'm moving in with whoever. You know, it's just like, you didn't give me no heads up. So you might have a roommate that leaves, or you might be the one leaving. But it still kind of seems like it's unexpected. Maybe, you know, you didn't expect to leave, but you just had to. It's possible someone might come to you, um, you know, wanting to know if they can stay for a while. If they do, you got to set boundaries with them because they'll stay forever if you let them. Somebody is fantasizing. Okay, the other part of this is that the reason why so much temptation is because it could be that either someone is in a relationship. That's the main reason, but it could just be other reasons why someone is trying to keep their distance from you. Maybe they think you're a witch or evil, and you know, they're very religious, but they're intensely attracted to you. But it seems like someone's definitely dealing with seduction and temptation. Also, be careful about the magic that you're doing, because it's like one of those situations where it's be careful what you wish for. You wanted this person, now here they come, and they're a handful. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the Ace of Coins, Page of Coins, Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, Temperance, overall energy, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Coins, and Seven of Swords. Okay, so I feel like there's getting ready to be some sort of opportunity coming towards you. I feel like this opportunity could be career oriented. It could be a financial opportunity. But it also could be an opportunity in love. Definitely seems to be some lurking energies. I feel like you got several people lurking. I feel like you got an earth sign, water sign, and a fire sign. All these people are interested in you for whatever reason. Career wise, maybe these are, supervisors or managers and they're all considering you. Maybe they're looking at your resume. Maybe it's something secretive about it because you don't even know that you're under review. But maybe they're considering you for whatever, a different position, promotion, firing. I don't know, but it does seem like if this is something that's going on at your job, it could be because of that. It could be many reasons, but overall, it's just coming off as like several people watching you. This also could be reversed. Maybe you are kind of lurking on several people, checking in, trying to see what they're doing, what they're up to for whatever reason. Do protect your ideas because it's possible that someone could be, stealing your ideas, or claiming things that are claiming your things for their ideas and creations at work. It's possible too that you're just like under some kind of surveillance. So it could be like if you if you live in a building where there's security, it's possible that someone is like watching the footage of you, or like maybe they know your schedule. They're always I mean, I know it's their job, but I don't know why they're so intensely focused on you. I don't know. Maybe someone thinks that you're the neighborhood thief or whatever, or some sort of reports have come in, so they're like paying close attention to you. Now, I feel like there's also something going on where maybe you're needing to heal, or you will be healing or recovering. I feel like if you have been secretly ill or sick, that your health is going to be restored. I don't know if you're doing any type of self-medication or if you are, going to the doctor without telling people. But I feel like you're going to, your health is going to be restored. You also may be developing something in secret. I heard elixir. So I don't know if you are someone who likes to create holistic, you know, things for people to take to heal with, whether it's creams or things that you actually digest. You might be developing some sort of a health product, or maybe that is where you're being guided to go. Now, also, if you were suspicious of someone watching you, I feel like you're going to get your confirmation. I feel like you're going to find out. It could be as simple as somebody accidentally liking one of your posts or something. Okay, something about an eagle is standing out to me. I don't know if it's talking about money, or if it's talking about something else, but I feel like something about the eagle is significant. I'm getting something in regards to military branch. You might get hired to do something for government. Something still seems like independent, but I feel like maybe you could be hired for government for something. You also, in a personal sense, maybe researching, what do you call it? Like decoding, like, or studying decoding. Yeah. You might be heavily into gematria, just trying to understand like what double languages are you seeing, or triple languages for that matter. But I feel like you're trying to read between the lines of certain things that are going on, so you might be into decoding, including like dream interpretation. You also may start some sort of a side hustle. Something's going on where you're like, well, you know what? I know how to do this. I'm about to start doing this on the side. So I feel like some of you are going to start to do some sort of a side hustle. Romantically, I feel like, you've got options. I feel like there's, like I said, several people who might be interested in you, different ages. And I feel like the people that you're attracting are people that you have some sort of, it would be like a harmonious connection between you and this person. You feel like you guys would vibe really good. Something about their energy just really resonates with yours. I feel like maybe this person has a lot to offer mentally. There's a lot of mental stimulation coming from this person. I feel like there's a lot of food for thought conversations. Yeah, this person is very philosophical or spiritual, or this is how you come off to them. I feel like either someone is trying to heal you from a distance, or you might try to heal someone from a distance. You might send someone some sort of prayers, or if you're into any type of esoteric work, it could be candle magic. It could be anything. It just seems like you are trying to send some sort of healing to someone. I'm seeing like a feather and smoke, and someone kind of like going around and just like sending off that energy. I feel like someone also might try to play matchmaker, or someone may end up trying to bring two people together. Something also looks like the table's turning in a situation. Let's say this is talking about the lurking. Let's say you've been lurking on someone, and looking at somebody's stories, or just quietly watching. I feel like the tables are going to turn, and then this person starts to do that to you. I feel like some of you are going to be juicing. I don't know if you're going on some sort of liquid fast. It seems like you might try to modify your health. I feel like someone is thinking about you a lot. Excuse me. If you're in a relationship, I feel like someone has been thinking about getting engaged to you. And I feel like maybe they've been discussing it, which is the secret parts that I'm getting, where they've been discussing it with family or your family and maybe making some sort of plans to propose. But I kind of feel like somebody's asking if they think that's the right thing to do. I feel like someone is also trying to make a decision that's based off of practicality. Yeah, definitely feels like someone is considering approaching you. Now, if this is a new relationship, whoever this is, I feel like they're having serious thoughts about you. Like it's not just, something that they want to have for fun. It's like they're having serious thoughts about like a long-term relationship. And someone might be looking for that person. They're like wanting to make sure that this person is in alignment with their boundary, with their not boundaries, their values. You also may be holding on to your money or finances or being very cautious of your spending habits. You also may be looking into investments, wondering how you should invest your money, or going back to like the side hustle, trying to figure out how you can start this side hustle. If you've been applying for jobs, I feel like you've got several offers on the way. Okay, I feel like somebody was depressed and dealing with insecurities and a lot of worries. And I feel like someone's energy is shifting or changing for the better. Like I said, it seems like that's a sickness, being depressed and sad and stuff. So I feel like someone is overcoming that. Yeah. So if you've been in a dark place, I feel like you're going to come out of it. Or there could be someone coming into your life that's coming out of a dark place. The other thing I'm seeing here is that patience is needed for something. You might need to be patient with someone. You might need to be patient with yourself. You might need to be patient at your job. But I feel like overall patience is needed in regards to your situation. Interesting. That's the card that tried to fall out. There's somebody that you're connecting with, but I feel like you guys aren't communicating. It's like you can feel each other's energies, or you know that this is your person, or feel like this is a soulmate, but you're also being distant towards each other or acting as if you don't like each other, but you do. Um Also, if you have been fighting or disconnected with somebody, I feel like you guys are going to heal or reconcile your friendship or relationship. Okay, I feel like you're also trying to create a peaceful environment, or you're trying to keep the peace. Even if someone is challenging you, I feel like you are going to try to transmute the energy. You're going to try to temper, you're going to try to temper some sort of negative situation. If this is in regards to a love connection, similar message about tempering. Maybe normally this person acts and behaves a certain type of way, but you know how to manage that energy. They're not like that with you because you temper them. Same thing with you. Maybe there's something that you normally do, or there's a way that you usually behave, but this person tempers you. I feel like there's a connection where you guys are able to bring out the best in each other. Let's say, for instance, you are normally a selfish person, but the person that you're with is very generous. And I kind of feel like their generosity is going to somehow influence you and make you want to do better and be a little more generous. And whatever, good qualities that you have about yourself, I feel like you rub off on them as well. Last thing I'm getting is something about someone channeling you. I feel like someone has been thinking on your name. I feel like someone's channeling you telepathically. And I kind of feel like they're waiting to see if you heard them, or waiting to see your response. Or maybe this is what you're doing. And the thing is that I feel like someone is aware that they're being channeled, but they're not responding. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We've got the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We have the Moon, Four of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. All right, so those of you that picked deck 3, emotional times ahead. I don't know what has you feeling emotional. Yeah, but I feel like you get triggered. It could just be you listening to a song, watching a movie, something somebody says. I just feel like maybe a memory gets triggered, and it's an emotional memory. So it's going to make you, cry or just get very emotional. You also are coming off like an empath. So I feel like you are going to experience a lot of different energies, and you're going to have to use discernment to know whose energy is this. You might be feeling a little off, or just like, why am I feeling this way, or what's going on with me? And definitely could be because you're picking up on other people's energies. And not just that, there are like different types of empaths. You even could be, this is something that I think I am too. It is a physical empath, where you start to take on the symptoms of someone around you that's sick, and you start to take on their symptoms too, and then the symptoms just suddenly disappear. You might be getting a headache because someone has a headache. Your stomach might start hurting because the other person's stomach is hurting. So you could start to realize that you're some sort of a physical empath. But yeah, there's like, I was looking into some stuff one day and saw it was so many different types of empaths. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it was that many types of empaths. But the ones that resonated for me was the physical empath and emotional empath. So, you know, you might want to look into that, but it does look like something is being triggered emotionally for you. And you're very tapped into the energies around you. That's the other thing I was getting ready to talk about. Like, you might be able to detect if there's going to be some sort of disaster around the world or in your area, whatever, like earthquakes, tsunamis, you know, any type of disaster. Pay attention to how you were feeling before this big news story hit. Like, how are you feeling? Any mass shootings there have been. Did you pay attention to how you were feeling that day or the day before? So pay attention to things like that because it may be telltale signs of you being an empath. I'm seeing like a lot of water. So I don't know if it's raining a lot where you are or if you are like going to be doing like a lot of swimming or around water. But like I said, emotional things are really taking place though. It seems too like someone who's been hiding their emotions or trying to contain them is gonna spill over. I feel like at some point it's like, okay, these emotions cannot be controlled anymore. I'm out of cups. I have no more cups. It's spilling over. I feel like there's also something's going on where your anxieties could be triggered or you're dealing with like illusions, fears that are baseless. You know, you just have the fear that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Sometimes I feel like maybe something has happened in a previous life, which makes you kind of scary of certain situations. You know, there's no need for you to be scared about that, but you know, maybe at one point in one of these previous lives or even like a parallel universe, something's going on that's giving you a reason to have these fears. But usually it's not happening in this realm. Except for maybe in a dream or, you know, like I said, emotions. Love related, I feel like there's a mysterious person around you and this person may bring out your insecurities. I feel like you bring out insecurities in each other. You might bring out each other's trust issues. I feel like it's more of a fear of being disappointed. So your initial response might be to run or ignore this person. You do have like strong soulmate energies coming through again. That's another reason why I feel like there's so much water energy, because there's this past life connection that you're having and you're maybe being flooded with memories of a previous life, or maybe you don't know what the feelings are. You just know that you recognize these feelings. These are familiar feelings and they're overwhelming. The signs could be anybody, but we do have water and earth coming out. It's possible too that you could be torn between two people. You might be nervous about some things too, like nervous about a relationship and just really feeling like there needs to be a foundation of trust. And I feel like that is what you're going to be working on if you do so happen to enter into a new relationship, or this is someone that you've already met. It's like that's what you guys are needing to work on. A lot of your problems may come from anxieties and things that aren't real. Like you're making things up. It's like, hey, where did you get that idea from? Don't, like, another thing is that, let's say your intuition is telling you something, and you're, kind of worried. You're like, maybe they're with their ex, or maybe this, or maybe that. I do feel like your intuition is right that something's up, but usually when this comes out is when you are off about what it is. You know something's going on, but you're off about exactly what it's about. So try not to make accusations. Try not to. Also, something could be going on where you want to pursue your dream, or you have like an opportunity to pursue your dream job, but you might be having like all these doubts about yourself and saying things like you're not good enough, and there's other people out here that are better than you. And I feel like you are meant to just, like, first off, stop thinking that way. But secondly, don't not pursue your dream job because of those thoughts. Like, that's when you really need to push forward. I forget what that saying was, where they were saying, like, if it scares you, that means that you're getting closer to something, or that's when you need to do it. But whatever it is, I guess, I hope you get what I'm saying. But I feel like this is one of those situations where it's like, it's scary, but you need to do this. Like, let's say you're about to move and you've never moved or lived outside of the city that you lived in. And the day is getting closer for you to, move, and you start having doubts. But your doubts aren't realistic. It's like, those are normal reasons to be afraid. Like, just do it. Move. Once you get to the new city, you'll be fine. So I kind of feel like you're just needing to keep walking towards that fear instead of stopping or running away. Pay attention to your dreams, because I feel like there's a lot of unusual messages that may be coming through. Excuse me. And don't worry, the ones that you're supposed to remember usually stick without you really having to try. If you're getting ready to start a new job, you might be very nervous about it. There could be something that you are trying to manifest and it seems like nothing's happening. But I feel like you did everything right. I feel like it's okay. Just give it time. I feel like something can't happen too soon, nor is it going to happen too late. So divine timing is at hand. I feel like you're going to get confirmation that you have a telepathic connection with someone. Also, there's a possibility that someone is trying to get into your head. Their energy is around you. And I kind of feel like you can feel it. You're like, I know this is not my energy. This person is thinking of me, or they're meditating on me. I feel like you're also going to start to see something from a different perspective. Not sure what this is, but you're seeing something from a different perspective. You might start to view your friend in a different way, or maybe they're viewing you differently. Okay, I feel like someone's hiding. Someone is watching you from an angle that you cannot see, however that means. From a literal sense, it could be that maybe you live in a weird, a court, what do you call them? Like courtyard buildings or whatever. And, you know, like from some sort of corner, somebody above you, they can see you, but you can't see them. I kind of feel like someone is in your blind spot. Like you're unaware. This person can see you, but you can't see them. I'm also hearing make room. I don't know what you're having to make room for. I don't know, maybe you're about to get a pet. Maybe someone's moving in. Maybe you're getting new furniture. But something is saying make room. Okay, if someone was having anxiety about being pregnant, it's very possible that they may find out that they're expecting. Um, this is kind of random, but I still feel like this is for somebody, a family member who's already crossed over needs a headstone. And I feel like they are feeling forgotten about or something. So I feel like a family member needs a headstone. This also could be why someone has been appearing in dreams. I also feel that family maybe needs healing. For some of you, I feel like you have you have a secret admirer. But I feel like this person is not ready to reveal themselves. They're not ready to reveal their identity just yet. This person is wanting to sit back and observe you and take mental notes. I feel like this person is very cautious in who they share their heart with. Yeah. So I feel like they're not going to say anything just yet. I feel like they don't want to start anything they can't finish. So they're kind of also being responsible in regards to who they get involved with. I feel like they don't like to just get involved just being willy-nilly about it. They really want to do their homework. Some of you, this is off, but some of you are thinking about going back to school for something or changing your major or what you want to study. You also might be considering some sort of career change and wondering what you should get into. I feel like in that situation, you're needing to follow your passion. I know you're probably like, but what am I passionate about? If you don't know what it is, it's probably not time for you to know it. But I do feel like in time, it'll be revealed to you what you need to be doing. Yeah. For one, well, it's a technique in astrology that might be too much if you're not really into astrology. And it's a Vedic school of thought. So, yeah, I'm not going to get into that because it would be too much to break down. But going back to this connection, it's kind of like, I feel like you're being called in, or it's like you're being drawn to each other. It's like you both miss each other and you're both pretending like you don't care or like you're not thinking about the other person. There is some sort of fear of rejection. It could have been the last time you tried to put it out there that you were interested in someone, you got shot down, or it was unrequited. And maybe that also could have happened to them. So you're both kind of bringing that rejection energy towards each other. And, it's a fear of like not wanting that to happen again. But I feel like there is someone that you're really connected with, and you're already connected. I feel like you're already connected to each other, and you're just going to have to play it by ear. You're both coming off a little guarded. But I feel like when the time is right, there will be like a proper introduction. Yeah. So those are the messages that I'm getting. Hopefully some things have resonated, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.